everyone, welcome back to ASM Card. Today we're going to be opening up a Costco Commander deck. I honestly had never been to Costco before this, but I went with my brother-in-law and he had a Costco membership, so I figured why not pick up some cards while I'm there. So we're going to open this up and see what we can get, and I am probably going to have to go back because this was about $40 for 4 packs of cards, a promo card, and a commander deck, which seems pretty good to me. So let's crack into it and see what we can get. A little bit more difficult than I anticipated, and it looks like there's still some plastic on top of this, so I've got to actually figure out how to get into the box. Oh, there we go. Looks like the side's open. Just gonna wind up ripping the box. I think we just have to be okay with that. I'm still trapped out of it. That was a pain in the butt. So I guess we'll start off with the promo card that we've got. The Kalia of the Vast. Definitely one of the better commanders that they made way back when Commander first started. 1 red, white, black for a 2/2 human cleric flying. Whenever she attacks an opponent, you may put an angel, demon, or dragon from your hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking that opponent. It's very cool to get like an actual promo of that card. I don't actually own a copy of Kalia, so that's fun. I think we will save the boosters until the end because that could be anything, and we know what is in the commander deck. so let's open up that one first. So we've got Peace Offering. This is the group hug, +1/+1 counter, commander deck from Bloomborough. Miss Bumbleflower, kill them with kindness. So we've got, looks like the sample collector booster pack here. Yep. So sample collector booster for Bloomborough. And then a deck box, which honestly, I find myself using these deck boxes from the commander decks, but mostly for Pioneer or standard decks, because I am one of those people who double sleeves cards, so a double sleeved commander deck doesn't typically fit in these boxes. And that's just paper, so we'll open up that, and then the actual deck looks like it's trapped in here. Poster of Bumbleflower, looks like. Teaches you how to play the deck, play the game. That's good for new players for sure, if this is the first thing you're picking up. And then we have some lore on Miss Bumbleflower. Gracious, graceful, and generous, Miss Bumbleflower is the owner and proprietor of Three Trees City's most popular inn and its signature pot of never-ending stew. This utterly massive cauldron sits on the hearth at all times, where guests are free to take from and add to it as they see fit. Miss Bumbleflower can be found tidying up the inn or striking up a friendly conversation on a grocery run. Even the most hardened and rambunctious guests dare not offend her, either because of her kind nature or the fear of offending everyone in town. Miss Bumbleflower inherited the inn from her mother, a retired pirate who founded the establishment as a safe place for animal folk to rest. To this day, Miss Bumbleflower is frequently visited by her mother's friends, who regale her with adventurous stories of the past, and even help out around the inn. It's perhaps because of these burly and protective friends that Mr. Foxglove has a hard time courting her. Not that Miss Bumbleflower realizes he is. So that's a fun little backstory for Miss Bumbleflower. I do love that they include information on the commanders for these. So let's open up the actual commander deck. If I can find where the release is, I think it's right here. Maybe. There we go. So we've got, of course, the star of the show, Miss Bumbleflower, and the one courting her, Mr. Foxglove. We have a fancy foil Tameo field researcher in bunny form. I don't know if these come in the decks always or if it's a different one every time. But this is the Imagine Critters version of Tameo. Tenacious Truce. Genuinely love that card. Lauren of the Third Path, the Steelbird Champion, Tempt with Bunnies, Perch Protection, Sunscorch Region, Promise of Loyalty, Hoofprints of the Stag, Mangara the Diplomat, Realm Cloak Giant, Sphinx of Enlightenment, Forgotten Ancient, Bloodroot Apothecary, Communal Brewing, Mana Gorger Hydra, Rishkar, Vista, Prairie Stream, Brushland, Temple of Mystery, Yavimaya Coast, Overflowing Basin, Sungrass Prairie, Sunpetal Grove, Triskaidekaphile, Chasm Skulker, Octomancer. I just love the phrase on this of gift and octopus. 20-toed toad, Intellectual Offering, Illusionist Gambit, Body of Knowledge, Perplexing Test, Joel Realm, One Fully Recluse, Fisher's Talent, Selvala, Explorer Return, Queen, Itinerant Meddler, Coveted Jewel, Temple of Plenty, and then we get, so those should be all the rares in the deck. Then we get to the commons and uncommons. Generous Gift, Swords to Plowshares, Secret Rendezvous, Baird, Steward of Archive, An Offer You Can't Refuse, Wizard Class, Cultivate, Farseek, Broken Wings, Spore Frog. I hate this thing. My least favorite card in the entire game. Wear Down, Peerless Recycling, Coiling Oracle, Riot Control, Martial Impetus, Jolly Gerbils, Long River's Pull, Thought Vessel, Arcane Signet, Swiftfoot Boots, Belwar Stone, Soul Ring, Mind Stone, Thriving Heath, Thriving Isle, Evolving Wilds, Thriving Grove, Terramorphic Expanse, Command Tower, Reliquary Tower, Seaside Citadel, and then it looks like the basics, so plains, islands, forests, and then some tokens, elephant, and I imagine they're double-sided, so elephant, squid, steel bird champion, squid, rabbit, octopus, treasure, cat, rabbit, fish, bird, shark, elemental, cat, poison counter, and then like how to play the game card. Oh, and a rabbit on the back of the poison counter. So that is the Miss Bumbleflower commander deck that comes in this. Let's put it in her little box here, but definitely a very cool pickup. And then the other nice thing that the commander decks have are these little collector booster sample packs. I think they come in like 2 or 3 cards. No, 3 cards. So so our 3 cards from our collector booster sample. Oh, of course, there's more where that came from. So not an actual card. Then we have Mabel, Heir of Cragflame, with the fancy treatment, and a foily honored Dray Leader. So not the best, but Mabel is super, super cool. So I do like getting Mabel. She's a very fun card to play. Alright, now we get to the packs, and I think I'm going to try to open them in chronological order, so that would be Bloomburrow first, I believe, and then Foundations, Aether Drift, and Edge of Eternities. At least I think Foundations was before Aether Drift. I could be wrong, because this year's set releases are just kind of a blur. So we have a Frilled Spark Shooter, Bumbleflower Sharepot, Thornplate Intimidator, Baker's Bane Duo, Sky Skipper Duo, Warren Elder, 3-Tree Mascot, Tempest Angler, Dewdrop Cure, Splash Lasher, Repel Calamity, and our rares and Essence Channeler. Very good for life gain decks. Plus we have a Full Art Plains, I believe that's the spring artwork, a foily Frilled Spark Shooter, and an ad gonna do some foundations. Maybe. Okay. So for foundations, we have a mocking sprite, helpful hunter, goblin surprise, eaten alive, gnarled colony, aegis turtle, quick draw katana, affectionate Indrik, youthful Valkyrie, bulk up, heroic reinforcements, and then our rare Anthem of Champions. Not terrible. 2-mana Anthem. Plus we have a foily twin blade blessing, which is fun. Oh, a foily rugged highland. Always nice to get the gain lands. And then a human and knight token. Very, very cool. Next pack up, we're gonna do some Aether Drift. See if we can drift into a good pull. Maybe. Alright. Starting off, we have Hazard of the Dunes, Nimble Thopterist, Swift Wing Assailant, Kickoff Celebrations, Starting Column, Fellow Heart Bike, Dynamite Diver, Spire Mech Cycle, Defend the Rider, Broadside Barrage, Risen Necro Regent. Oh, that's fun. And our rare is a Samut, the Driving Force. Very powerful card. Oh my goodness, okay. And our foil is the god, the frog god. That is so cool. Wow, okay. Then we have a Swiftwater Cliffs and a vehicle / Chandra token. I'll be honest, I don't know if any pull we get can beat a foil god. That is super, super cool. But we're still gonna try because we got one more pack. We got the Edge pack. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Edge of Eternities is definitely my favorite set that's come out in quite a long time. Actually, I think it's a very, very good set and a lot of fun cards, a lot of fun mechanics. But even being my favorite, I don't think it can beat a foil god. So, going through, we have Embrace Oblivion, Cloud Sculpt Technician, Bright Spear Zealot, Sky Stinger, Kavaron Turbo Drone, Gravpack Monoist, Dockworker Drone, Zealous Display, Alpha Rael Dreaming Acolyte, Pulsar Squadron Ace, Annul, and then our rare Lumen Class Frigate. Now I will say I've drafted quite a bit of this set on Arena, and this thing is a powerhouse in Limited. 2-mana Anthem that eventually becomes a flying lifelinker. Very, very powerful. Our foil, Ilvoy Light Jammer, an island, and a lander / drone token. So that is the end of our opening. Hopefully we got some pretty sweet stuff. I think it was pretty cool. And there we go. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on the Costco Commander deck boxes, because I would be very, very interested to